We're going to keep this one short and simple. Homeschool field trips. All right. So, as I said in the last video, everybody creates their own events in our group. So, how to create a homeschool field trip? The first thing you want to do is look at your curriculum, what you're studying. Now, every field trip you take does not have to be based on your curriculum. We go to the zoo. We don't necessarily go to the zoo after an animal unit study. We go to the zoo because the zoo is awesome and they give a $1 price on Wednesday, so we're going on Wednesday. Nothing to do with what we're studying, we just go. But if you are doing, per se, we're doing a dinosaur unit study, and there's a local museum that has a nice animatronic dinosaur show, something like Jurassic Park, animatronic dinosaurs, we want to go to that. And so after our unit study for dinosaurs, we do a unit study every year for dinosaurs. After this unit study, we're going to that museum. Now, what I can do is I will call the museum, hey, me and my family are coming for sure, but if I open this up to my homeschool group, will you be able to give us a cheaper rate? Will you be able to give us the school rate? How much will it be if this many people come? How much will it be if this many people come? Okay, we have this group of ages. And so that can give you discounts to places. You'd be surprised. People will set up private tours for you if you call them. So the first thing is just look at your curriculum, see what you have planned for the year. Second step, make a phone call. Call these places. Now, guess what? If you call these places and you set it up, everybody may show up to your field trip. Everybody may not. It's okay. But if you can set it up where you can get an awesome rate, and you know the kids are entering a place where they may pay $5 and $6 per person that age, and adults may be $10, and everybody gets to enter for $3 for little kids and $5 for adults, more people are going to come because they're like, okay, well, we were going to go anyway, but no, it's cheaper to go today, so we're going to go with them. So that's going to give you benefits. And guess what? That same company, that same place will be willing to work with you guys again next year because they're going to put you in their information. They're going to mail you the information and you can share it with your group. And then guess what? If you don't do a dinosaur unit study again, you can just pass it along to somebody else who's doing it, or just share the information with the group if they want to go again. Totally up to you. Another way to plan a field trip is not even to do it based off of your curriculum. Search homeschool days at your local zoo, your local aquarium. Check with your local library and see if they have any affiliations with other businesses, other companies that you can check out. If you guys are learning about teeth, hey, you go to the dentist, don't you? Check with your dentist office. Hey, Mr. Dentist, okay, are you going to be open on such and such day, such and such time? We have a homeschool group. We would love to get a tour of your facility and learn a little bit about the teeth and the x-rays of the teeth. You would be surprised. Most people are going to say yes. Why? Because they get to meet new potential clientele. Hello. They're going to want to go. So definitely check your local dentist office, your local doctor's office. I actually am going to be talking to the local library because I put together a super science class. And my friend is a STEM teacher extraordinaire. That's my other tip. Check with your friends. I have a friend who is a super duper STEM teacher extraordinaire who is no longer teaching, and she is actually a teacher's teacher is what I call her, but she is a consultant. And so she comes, she educates teachers, and she pretty much works mostly in the summertime when the teachers are off and they're holding those events to educate their teachers. During the school year, she has a little bit of stuff to do, but not as much as she does in the summer, which is her busy season. So I talked to her, hey, would you be willing to teach a science class? She was like, for you? Sure. And I was like, well, would you be willing to teach one to my homeschool group? How much you gonna charge us? So I got that information. I went to my homeschool group. I set the price to pay for the room that we rented, and then everything else that was left over, we gave it to her as a love offering for taking 2 hours out of her day to teach an amazing science lesson to our children. We were so grateful. It was fun. She broke it down for ages. We had kids in that homeschool science, super science class that were in preschool, 4-year-olds, all the way up to 11-year-old children. Every single one of them learned something. Not one of them were bored. The 11-year-old, she came in and she was like, I don't be here with all these little kids. She was mad. Next thing I know, she's doing everything everybody else is doing and having a blast. So think about the personalities of your friends and the talents of your friends. You'd be surprised. And because they're your friend, if you're a good friend, they'll be like, sure, I'll do it. And guess what? If they try it and they like it, you can do it again. We're going to do it again. I want to do it at least 2 or 3 times during this school year. And then next year, I want to make sure we do it at least 4 times in the school year. And make sure that we are committed to do that as we go every single year. Because the more you do it, the better it gets. Also, it gives opportunity for my friend to earn extra income in her business. Because that was something she never even thought about doing. And as a result of doing the homeschool class and the pictures that I posted, some of my friends who own daycare saw it. And they were like, well, wait, can you come to my daycare and do the same thing? Boom, she's making more money. Okay, look how the Lord blesses those who are connected to me. I'm being serious, but for real though. Look at that. So you never know what doors you're opening for yourself, for your friends, for your family. Think about having a career day. They have career days in public school. Talk to some of your friends. Hey, I know that you are a nurse and you work so many days on and so many days off. Well, do you think that you can get with a couple of your nurse and doctor friends that are off on the same day on such and such a day? If you guys have an hour, can you come here and each of you give a 10-minute talk on what you do in the hospital? That way you don't even have to go to the hospital for a field trip. You can have them come to you. So just think outside of the actual field trip box. You know, just think about what you want to do and think about what you're learning about, what your children are interested in, and create a field trip. Create an event they can go outside and learn and apply what you've learned, what you've taught them to their field trip experience. Another thing that I would also suggest when you're doing your field trips, make it a requirement for your children to ask a question. That's one thing that I didn't do last year, but this year we're doing with number 1. He is required every field trip to think of a question and ask a question. Why? Because it's going to get him to speak on his own, speak up where he can be heard. It's going to take him out of that little shy bubble, and it's going to make him think about something that maybe they've already covered, he wants more clarification on, or something that he would like to know. And I have him prepare his question while we're there or before, and I make sure that he asks his question before we leave, because I want him to learn about speaking in public. He doesn't even know that I'm preparing him for speech class, but I am. And guess what that is? That's homeschool, y'all. So just everything your children can learn any and everywhere. Going to the grocery store, you can call your grocery store and I promise you they will do a field trip for you. They'll give you apples, they'll give you a piece of cheese, they'll give you a piece of cake. I'm serious, we have done it, guys. They will do it. The grocery store will take you back there, show you how they grind up that meat. I mean, you'll be surprised what places will open their door for you. Like, yeah, yes, we would love for your homeschool group to come. And they will just do the same thing they do for the school. So don't you dare think because your child is out of school that they're not going to go to Bluebell ice cream, okay? I'm a Texas girl. Don't you think they're not going to go to Bluebell ice cream? Don't you think they're not going to go to the Mrs. Bear's bakery? If you want your child to go, you call up Bluebell. And you say, let me tell you something, Bluebell. We have a homeschool group. Would you please, you don't say it with attitude. Would you please let us come? Da, 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 da. Boom. You're going to Bluebell. Hey, Mrs. Baird's. Have a homeschool group. Da, 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 da. Boom. Yeah, Mrs. Baird. So don't think that it is not possible. If you want your child to go, make it happen. So that is my tips on homeschool field trips. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.